Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody?
Yes, hear you.
Okay, good. Well, it was telling me I was having audio problems, so I had to do some stuff really quick, and seems to be working.
Yay.
Yeah. Technology, the love-hate relationship. Oh, and there's James. Hello. Hi, Pat Kendall. Hey, you got your check, right? You told me you did. All right, good. Who else have we got on here?
Are you making me a co-host?
Already did.
Recording?
We are. Yes, we are. All right. We have like 1 minute. Hello, Miss Lorene. Oh, I like your hair. Did you get a new tattoo?
No, I badly need a cut and color. I have not had time. Just haven't.
Well, it looks darling.
I'll be doing really good to get over to Dallas. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. All right. Who else is here? We got Tamara.
Just trying to look as beautiful as you.
Oh.
Hi, Mary.
Just get a cut and color.
Has anyone ever noticed that Robin Tanner doesn't blink?
I know. She's darling in that hat.
But I love that laugh.
Yeah. Look at that little look on her face. She's ready to rock and roll. Oh boy. All right. Oh, there's my alarm. Thank goodness. Alrighty, I know Denise is getting on. I talked to her actually. Let's see if I can text Tom. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day, and anybody who's on here that served our country, thank you so much. Thank you, James. I forgot to thank you
For?
serving our country.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was my pleasure. I had a blast.
Nice.
James, how did you serve?
I served in the United States Navy.
Awesome. So did Lars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was on the aviation side.
You do have an echo out there. Okay. Oh, I don't see Denise. All right, hang on here. We've had a wicked day with technology. Look at every year we decorate a duck. Does anybody want to volunteer to decorate the duck? You should see the competition. It's out of control. I mean, one group had, what do they have? Oh, Alice Cooper. They had the duck painted like Alice Cooper. It was crazy. And then they had, who's the guy that plays piano? Not Billy Joel, but
Elton John?
Elton John. Yeah, they had a duck dressed up like Elton John. It was unbelievable.
Is that a Colorado thing?
Is it? It might be.
Why would you do that?
Why? I don't know, but it's a fundraiser and people vote. So we had Dr. Wallach one year. And
Got it.
Yeah, so that was great. All right.
Yeah, Lorraine, I think Elton's batting for the other team.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We're just so behind in Mississippi, in case you haven't heard.
Oh really? Oh no.
We're like 5 years behind everybody else. Never heard of decorating a yellow duck. We just play with them in the tub.
Right? Yeah, we use them for fundraisers. I'll be darned. Duck races. All right. Well, I text Tom and Denise. Let me see here. Text her. You guys getting on?
Tom just posted on Facebook about this meeting.
Oh, we did? Oh, good.
You say you weren't gonna be on it?
Did you see? Okay. I mean, I did just see that a post came by, but I didn't see what it was. So so obviously he knows. He could be just a little, like a time zone away or something. Did everybody have a great Memorial weekend?
Tom's on.
Oh, good.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Pamela.
How are you?
Here, I'll, there we go.
Oh, he said weekly Zoom training with me starts in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. You said you saw him here?
Saw who?
Oh, there you are.
Is.
She said Tom was on, and I was like, oh, there you are. Okay, but your camera's not on yet.
I'm looking right at myself in the camera.
We see
There
we
you
see
are.
him. Yeah.
All right, now I see him.
So, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
What is that T-shirt? Northern California.
Oh, Denise.
Golden Girls? Oh.
Here's Denise's scam here. She goes to a store and sees a shirt she wants that costs like $500 probably. So she knows that if she buys that shirt and if she buys that shirt, it might not go so well. So she knows that if she just buys me a shirt, I'm going to go, holy mackerel. Then I'm going to go, well, did you get yourself one? And she's going to say yes, and all's going to be well. So I hate to think about the shirt she got, but yeah, I got a new shirt. Isn't it beautiful? So she's in the other room howling right now, so she's going to come on here and defend herself. Look at that. It looks like I have those things. What are those?
Nice haircut. Nice haircut, too.
What?
Nice haircut, too.
I didn't get a haircut.
Looks like it from here.
All right, maybe I did. Yeah. Jenna, sweet Jenna, she may be on here. She got it. She said she was so mad at me. I came home from wherever I was, and the first thing she said was, your hair looked so bad on that trip. Every time I turned around, I just was so petrified somebody was going to see how bad your hair was, Tom, and say, who's Tom's hair cutter? So as soon as I got home today, she chopped my head off, and so that's where we are now. So Jenna Goodajohn is our girl. So anyway, what are we doing here? Let me see this screen for a second. There's Nick Mangeris, the legend of network marketing. There's Rock Rice, the king of Florida. There's Pamela Schwartz. She's riding her horse. There's Pat Kendall, the real estate man. Terry Tomlinson, the unbelievable voice of Via Viente, Dr. Terry Tomlinson. That is beautiful. There's Denise. There's Jennifer Salzman, the wonderful 3-star headed to 4-star. There's Marinko, who is just a beautiful man. I'm going through the list. I can't believe how many of you are on here, and we're just getting started. I hope that you're texting your people. Tom Chenault Zoom, get on here right now while you're playing like you're paying attention to me, because this is not about you. This is not about you. This is about your teams. And if you can get that, you get this. So understand that everything that you learn in network marketing, you've got to take home. I was talking to somebody today about Asia, and they're going, well, we need to have people back in Asia all the time. I go, no, we don't. What we've got to have is the leaders trained to train the leaders to train the leaders to train the leaders. I just got off the phone with Lance Gordon. We were talking about Rock Rice and talking about upline support and 3-way calls and all the things. And that's what we've got to do, is build this model of perfect geometric progression where you guys don't rely on anybody but yourself. And then all of a sudden that culture is going to work down. And if you happen to have a good upline that is going to, that's going to get in the game, it's great. I hope Lance is texting Rick Bystra right now to get on here. So Rock's upline is all in the game here. Terry Tomlinson, you are a rock star. We know that Sean Brown, I heard he's been out there. I hope he's on here shortly. If he's not on here, text him and say, why aren't you? So we're creating this unbelievable groundswell of leaders, because what we've got to develop, I just from Richard Brooke, came in the mail. It's his 10th anniversary edition of the 4-year career. I will completely absorb this book over the next 48 hours because I've got to stay ahead of every one of you on this call. I've got to be that leader. I cannot blame Cheryl Morley for my success or my lack thereof. If I'm waiting for Cheryl Morley, I will be waiting till the 5th of never. Does that make sense for you? You can't wait on your upline. Your upline is not, you don't get paid on your upline. The only thing you can do is get mad at your upline. And that's that simple. And you're welcome to argue with me or comment with me in the sidebar, because I've been doing this rodeo for a long time. And it is something I'm fervent about. In fact, I got a post today from somebody. I actually threw it up on my wall. No, Travis Flaherty, I know it was. He was talking about your upline responsibility. And your upline's responsibility is do this, this, and this. And he tried to put it on the wall of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, and I rejected it because it is not your upline's job. It's your job to be your upline. And if you happen to have a good upline, it's a bonus. And what I want you to do is be that upline you wish you had. Who's Rosie? Rosie's as cute as a button. Can you see Rosie? I think she's driving her car. And hello, Rosie. Give us a wave. It's very cute. She won't even wave at me. But anyway, that's hello, Devin Suggs. But that's what you have to remember. You've got to take your destiny into your own hands. Your bills are your bills. You can't call your mortgage company and say, my upline, I would have loved to have paid my mortgage, but my upline wouldn't do three-way calls with me. I would have loved to have paid my mortgage, but my upline did this, my upline did that. They're going to say, we don't care about your upline. You have to pay your bills. And when you don't have an upline, it's an advantage because you don't have anybody to lean on. Does that make sense? Is anybody mad at me about this? Because if you are, I'm even happier. I swear I am. I swear I am, because I want you to take your destiny into your own hands. And I'm looking at most of you here, and you all know that I am your end game. I'm your guy that's going to help every one of you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Daniel. I'm watching you, Nick. I'm watching you, Tamara Willis. I'm watching you. I know you know we're here for you. There's Jenna. Jenna's here. She cut my hair. She's the one responsible for this absolute movie star, very trim look. She's on there. She turned off her camera because she's so shy. And she also says she turns off her camera a lot because she has a tendency to forget to mute, and then she says bad words when she's in traffic, and that bothers her too. So that's another reason that she has her camera off. So many times people like to hear themselves teach, but they can't do it. No, be the upline you need to be. And the only way that, and learning all this stuff is wonderful. I'm going to read this book, but having all the knowledge of this book in my head is doing none of you any good. I could be, I'm going to be the smartest guy in the room, but if I hold this knowledge all myself, all I'm going to be,
we can't even pay attention because we can't even read it.
I'm sorry. Nick Mangeris was so smart, he stood on his head. Everybody else decided to stay with the status quo. So there you go. So now it's the right direction. And thank you, Denise. Hello, Devin. This is unbelievably good news. There's no Dylan, but there's Devin. Call your upline Dylan and find out. Did he get to meet Donald Trump, Devin? Yes or no? Yes? Dylan got to meet Donald Trump at the Naval Academy. See, he's all happy. So we'll hear from him one of these days. But no, the books aren't available on the Longevity site. The books available on the Longevity site are probably books about Dr. Wallach or all the stuff. That's all that stuff. The business building book, Mike Crow, if you need to know what books I think you should read, just send me a note on a sidebar and I'll tell you where to get started. I would tell you to start with GoPro because I think that's probably the best book that you can use for getting started and building the foundation of your business and going forward from there. So contact mapping is now in business, full speed ahead. It's working like a charm. and you guys should be populating your phones with it and using it every day. And several of you are going to say, well, I don't know how to download anything. Okay, ask your 16-year-old kid. Then you're going to say, I don't understand how to put this stuff in. Ask your 16-year-old kid, because this is so easy. It's unbelievable. And the only thing as old people, and I'm one of them, I had something happen to me day before yesterday that was so funny. There were a couple of kids, and I want to write this out. I'm going to put it on Facebook so when you see it. But I'm talking to a couple of kids that are clearly cool kids. And they're young and they're hip, and you can tell they're successful. They're about 27, 28 years old. I'm talking to them about network marketing. They're talking to me about network marketing. I'm trying to be hip, slick, and cool. And I was going to ask them for their phone number or something. And I said, because I wanted to be cool, but I knew that phone numbers and emails weren't cool, so I didn't want to be uncool. So I said, well, friend me up on Facebook or message me on Facebook. And the kid looked right at me and said, dude, are you a caveman? Facebook? I have no idea what that meant. But Facebook is like passe for these kids. They don't even go there anymore. So I'm like a caveman. I haven't been called a caveman in a very, very long time. So before we go any further, I want Denise, while I go get a glass of water, because I'm hyperventilating in this shirt she bought me because it's long sleeved in the middle of summer. So what I'm going to do is get a glass of water.
I must have made you wear it too.
What?
I must have pulled it on over your head like a little kid and pulled your arms through.
Pulled my arms through. Yeah, it was unbelievable. So
look, we both. Here's the San Francisco. Isn't this cute though? It's so comfy. This is the one I wanted.
God. So she doesn't. That's how she justifies buying something. She buys two. So anyway,
that is so not true. I thought it was a good color for you. I liked the logo, but forget it. No more gifts for you.
Okay. So here's the question I have.
What?
I'm on the not such a. I don't mind my hair, but I hate my face. So here's what I'm going to say. I got to get myself back on the thumbnails. Talk to these people about Malaysia, about the opportunity in front of us. Talk about the great job Dave Brisky, Steve Wallach, Michelle Wallach did. Talk about the leaders over there. Talk about the work we need to do. Talk about why every one of these people want to go over to Asia to support their groups at some point, but not tomorrow, because it's important. Go ahead.
Go. No, it was a fantastic trip, and it's not easy getting over there. Let me just say, it's not a direct shot, and especially because we were on Borneo, which I did not know we were going to Borneo. So that was a surprise, because when we got to the hotel at 3:00 in the morning, I knew we were in Malaysia. But I said to Tom, I wonder how far Borneo is. And he said, I think we're on Borneo. And I was like, nuh-uh. and then I got on my maps, on my phone, and sure, it went, and I look, and we're on Borneo. So I had to apologize for that one. But the cool thing is that we had a Japanese translator, we had a Chinese translator, Mandarin Chinese translator, and these people are so excited about longevity. It's so super cool when you break into a market and people are just excited, and they literally have like no products. They just have a handful of products. And but they're so excited, and they're so excited to meet all of us. And it's like anywhere, instantly, whether we're in Jackson, Mississippi, or halfway across the world in Malaysia, it's like there's family all around. And so it's so fun. And they do. I mean, I walk away thinking, gosh, I'm so blessed being where we are right now, because we have the tools, we have the website, we have so much. Really, when you open up an international market, it really is like just being in a baby company. it's a startup. They are completely in a startup because they don't have the advantage that we have of having everything in their language. And so it's like Tom said, you can't blame, they're not blaming longevity. It's sometimes frustrating, but they're, if they don't have it, they create it. That's what it comes down to. And so it was fantastic. And you would not believe the big gala that they put on Saturday night. Oh my gosh. I mean, the long dresses, and I didn't want to have to pack a long dress. I don't have a lot of long dresses anyway. So I brought a sequined, knee-length dress, but all of these women were all long dresses and just absolutely beautiful. And the show that they put on, the recognition, it was out of this world. So we actually learned a lot about recognition and just the level of pomp and circumstance. They had like king chairs for all of us, Steve Wallach, Michelle Wallach, and Tom and me and Scott Fardulis. And we were like 3 feet from the stage in these big, huge chairs. And everybody else was behind us. But they were just so honored to have everybody there. So it was super cool.
Okay. So anybody that's got any questions about that, here's what my advice on foreign markets is. Don't be the first wave in there because that's where they practice and nobody knows what they're doing. The products they're on time. We're past the first wave in Asia. So all of you can send people there and get them trained using the country managers. Jen Saltzman sent me something on Singapore today. And so I'm going to send everybody in fact, Marianne, I gave you a list of all the email addresses of the country managers. I know I did that while I was gone. If you can post that in the comments and then say, Tom Chenault told me to send you this email. I've got this person. Can you help me with what the system is for getting people into the business over there? So what I want you guys doing is using the systems. And then I'm going to take it on personally to train those country managers. I'm going to go to work on Sean Brown. I'm going to go to work on Mike Brosnan. I'm going to go to work on Luke Tafuri. So we are training what we're training here up above. So when somebody does call in, they're getting exactly the same information that you guys are getting. So I've talked to Steve Wallach about that. I've talked to Dave Brisky about that. I see Lance Gordon did join the call. That's pretty cool. The great Lance Gordon. That's cool news. I turn your camera on, Lance, so people can see your face. But I am telling you, this is the way to do it. But the more I look at the coffee shop interview, and this weekend we're going down to the ANMP. James is going. James Earl Moore. Marianne's going. Adrian's going. And Dominic, our little boy's going. And we're going to go down, and Steve Wallach's going. Sean Brown's going. And we're going to have a party down in San Antonio. In Dallas for the ANMP. And it's all coffee shop interviews. You're not allowed to recruit at those things, but you are allowed to interview. And Robin Tanner will tell you that is the greatest place in the world to be a network marketer without an agenda, because all those people want to do. Lorene Williams is going. Aren't you, Lorene? You're going to the ANMP, aren't you? Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's so funny. I'm trying to get eye contact with you in the square instead of at the camera. Hi, Lorene. So at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand this coffee shop interview, whether it's the mailman, whether it's the UPS man or the FedEx man, the coffee shop interview is the ticket. I promise you, it is the ticket. It is the secret weapon. I am going to start doing contact mapping seminars in Denver, Colorado for everybody on the planet, for real estate agents, everything. And the reason I'm going to do it is because I've seen what's happening to me in LinkedIn with popping this stuff up, and these people from every line of work are going, what the heck is contact mapping? And once I say it, it's the way that you not only interview people, you remember people, and you use that interview to go further like you've been doing all your life, where you think you're doing it in your mind. But you guys, if you want a recruiting tool, it might just be contact mapping. And you guys are there. They're saying, hey, ask and you shall receive. Look at that. Jen Salzman, you've got to be weeping with happiness. There's all the international email offices. So use these people. They work for you. They're all in the comments. So anybody understand or not understanding what I just went crazy over, that's all the names over there on the right-hand side in the comment box. Make sure you look at that. And if you want Marianne to send that to you in the form of an email, because you can't save this, just put that down and we'll fire it back to you in the form of an email, because we are committed to you being successful. It's that simple. That's that simple. Back to contact mapping, back to the coffee shop interview. Contact mapping was only born because of the coffee shop interview, or the coffee shop interview was only born because of contact mapping. And that gives you, as you interview people, you're writing down touch points to follow them up. That's all you're really doing. And you're looking for places to be related with people instead of being this agenda-driven person. And that's all you're trying to do, is get to the point where you can find out what people want out of longevity, what they don't want out of longevity, and come back to them and sell them what they said. And you look at Allie Orsi, if she's on, I don't know if anybody's on here. I'm looking at new graduates. So if somebody can see if Ali is on here, if Callie is on here, any of those people that just went through the pipeline, so we can show people what happened to them, because their lives literally changed going through 65 days in a wake up. And it's the toughest thing you'll ever do. You can ask Tamara Willis. You can ask Lorene Williamson. You can ask Pamela Schwartz. You can ask anybody. But I am going to tell you that if you can do this, Shannon, I'm waiting for you, buddy, my little buddy from San Antonio, Texas. I'm waiting for you to dive in there and do it. You've got more talent in your toe than more people have in their whole body. All you need to do is have the discipline to develop the habits to do this every day of your life, just exactly like I do. Every day of my life, I interview 2 people. Every day. And they go into my database. Every day. It's like today because it's part of my DNA. And what has it gotten me? This life. The only difference between me and you is 2 interviews a day and 1 3-way call. I swear to you that's true. And following a system and not arguing with your upline. It doesn't pay off.
I thought you were going to say your wife. I was like, exactly true.
Mike Crow, somebody's going to, Mike, put your email in there. I got to figure out who you are and who your upline is, and we will walk you through this whole process, because you clearly are new to this page, and we are not going to leave you alone. So there it is. Yeah.
It's a quick typer.
Yeah, plus he's a golfer. Probably swings that club. So I want to learn how to. So Mike, right now I'm probably about a 35 handicap. If I really worked on it, could I be a scratch golfer in the next 30 days? You didn't type that too quick. The answer is no. There is no.
He knows this is a total setup.
No, you couldn't do it. You got to practice. You have to have instruction. You have to get your swing. No matter how, because I'm a baseball player, I swing a golf club like I swing a baseball bat, and everybody goes, don't swing that golf club. Stop bending your elbow and stop pulling your head out of there, and you're actually going to hit that ball one of these days, and it's actually going to go straight. But my mind says hit it like a baseball, so I can't hit a golf ball, no matter how hard I try, because I won't listen to the coach. I want that. I so badly, because I'm a good baseball player, I so badly, this is a great analogy, I so badly want that damn golf ball to be a baseball. And I want it to come right down the middle at about 100 miles an hour, and I want to rip that thing. But guess what? It wants to sit on that tee and laugh at me. And no matter how badly I want that to be a baseball, and I want to treat it like a baseball and be good at it because I'm good at baseball, it's never going to be. Because I got to learn the skills to be a golfer. And that means I have to unlearn those baseball skills. Just like whatever you're successful at. If you're a successful golfer, that doesn't mean you're going to be a great network marketer. You got to learn those same skills to be a network marketer that you had to be the great golfer. So this is going to be exciting. I'm going to help you, Mike Crow. You and I are going to chat. And I saw some other woman, Beeman, game. So is network marketing. Network marketing is a game of technique, not muscle too. I love that. So Carla Wynn, you're overdue. That's true. Where was that other woman? I saw somebody else who asked what 65 days in a wake up is in the contactmapping.com. If you haven't been there, the coffee shop interview is in that. Contact Mapping is an app in your phone that helps you not only document these people, put the follow-up times, and I was already good at that, and I thought I was good at follow-up. I have figured out I suck at follow-up, and I have started using the app like a sword, and my follow-up ability has gone up about 90%, and it's got me in full integrity, which is really, really cool around follow-up. And I like that about, because it's one of my pet peeves about me, and I like the fact that I finally have accountability on the people that aren't important to me. Because, you know, the people that are important to me, like calling Denise back or calling any one of you guys back, is important to me, so I'm going to do that. But then I let these little things fall through the cracks that I really want to do every day as far as follow-up and touch points and things like that. And they fall by the wayside in my subconscious, or they fall by the wayside in my little stickies, the whole shot. So that's cool. Anybody got questions? Pat Kendall, going back through 60. Oh, I was going to tell you guys something. I forgot to say this. Coming back from Asia, and something that happened to me a month before that I haven't told you about because you're not going to know about it until the convention, has me at a point where and I said this on the Hair on Fire call, I am going to really super enroll somebody to become a 5-star. And that happened about 2 weeks ago, and that somebody is me. So I am re-enrolling myself to put myself in your shoes, to go, even though I am a 5-star, Denise and I are a 5-star, we are going to re-enroll ourselves and become double 5 stars. Because I'm telling you, if I'm telling you to do it, I have to be able to do it again. And if I don't do it again, I guarantee you one thing right now, I'm a hypocrite. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. So that means I have to go build 9 more 1-stars. And I'm going to go build with Denise 9 more 1-stars. Because I'm telling you to do it.
I'm so glad you told me.
Yeah, I'm telling you to do. Forgot to tell this. Yeah, and yeah, so it's that simple. And I'm going to walk you through the process, Wendy, so you can actually see it. Because this is, you know, I look at Scott Fardulis writing the 9 circles across the wall. I looked at Luis Ariaza draw the 9 circles. Corey Gold's just a born network marketer. He already knew that. But we've got to understand that what we're doing is building 9 legs. And we're building 43.5 in volume in 3 levels. How do we do that? We interview the people like crazy. We drop off people where they want to be because we don't want to waste time on people that don't, you know, my goal is going to be to build those 9 stars out, those 9 1-stars. But my absolute goal is to serve everybody and put them right where they want to be. So now, instead of wishing people were going to do something, my goal now is to make sure that I'm putting them right where they want to be instead of where I want them to be. And where that lives is inside of the coffee shop interview. And I've got to be simplified enough in my speaking, in my actions, that I can see clearly what my task is at hand. So Daniel Rhymes, you're on my list. You're one of those 9 people. We've got to drive you because I know you've got the drive. So we've got to drive you to that spot. That's that simple. It is like that. And it's all in the follow-up. Yeah, that's 100% right. And Jennifer, you were here. You saw me interview people literally every day. You people that have come to Longmont and walked with me and broken bread with me and gone to Two Dog Diner or gone to the Red Frog Coffee or, you know, it's so funny that no wonder I'm so gigantic. Look at, my directions to get anywhere. Go to Two Dog, stop at Red Frog, go by Haagen-Dazs and go over to Pizza Hut, and you're going to be there. Probably I need to use different landmarks, but the point is the directions to get to 5-star are build 9 1-star legs, have 43.5 in your first 3 levels. Those are the only 2 directions to get to 5-star. So then you have to say, okay, I want to be a 5-star. How do I get there? You have to have 9 1-star legs. What else do I have to do? I have to have 43.5 in my first 3 levels. Okay, then it's on you to go figure that out. And the person that talks to the most people win. And that's that simple. You take a look at Lorene Williamson. What did she do? She started drawing circles out. She says, I'm not going to stay a 3-star, 4-star. I'm going 5-star, Tom. And I got to go. And now I believe this so much that I can do this, that I'm not going to go out and try to enroll strangers anymore, because I have no skin in the game with those strangers. It's got to be with people I love. So she chose her sister to do that with. She jumped in the foxhole with her sister. Unmute Lorene for a second there. And all of a sudden, her sister, who has got the craziest name you've ever heard, it's Pericles or something, is now a 1-star. What's her name, Lorene?
It's Paralee.
Paralee. And is that who's right over your shoulder there? Okay.
Yeah, we start our meeting after yours ends, so she came in and heard you.
Okay, so let's talk about Paralee for a second. And how no, stay here, Paralee. How happy are you that your sister is your newest 1-star?
Absolutely ecstatic, because I didn't go after my family. I knew the story behind my family, but I always share the products. And so she was familiar with the products, and it was simply just taking her with me to Oklahoma and telling her, look, you don't even have to go to the meetings. And of course, she saw how much fun we were having and how I didn't really approach a lot of people about the business and just approach people with helping them. And she said, I can do this. And she did it.
Okay, so Paralee, what's it like working with your sister?
Well, first of all, she's amazing. She's always been amazing. Whether I've been in the business or not, she's the best big sister anybody can have. And it's awesome. And the thing that I love the most is, and to be honest with you, I'm going to preface this by saying this is not just to me, but she loves people. But you can tell that she cares about what she's doing. And it's not just because I'm her sister. I could be anybody, and she loves me. What can I say?
Yeah, but at the end, yeah, that's so cool. But doesn't it feel good? I mean, be partnered with your, and don't you just wish, and I think you ought to call your mother, who I met. I love your mother. But you know what she should have done? She should have had 8 more kids.
No. I was the oldest. We're done. 5 was enough.
We're done. All right. Well, I am very, very happy, and I want you guys just to feel that, whether it's your children who you love or Angie Rubeck, I watch her and I watch Claire and her be this partnership that is so joined at the hip. And it makes me so happy, because when you're partnered with people that you love and you're building this thing with people that you love, with Aiden, our son now. And it has been completely glorious working with him, because I love him so much and I know he can do it. And it makes me so happy to be able to do that. And I want that for every one of you. And I want you to fall in love with your 1-stars, your leaders like that, where you want to work with them so badly and you want to help them so badly. You're not doing it for them, but you're doing it with them at a level that's never happened before. And I just want you guys to all think about that. And your relatives probably can't hear you. That's one of the problems. So you're going to need to do that 3-way call with your upline. But you've all got that 3-way or that call partner. And if you don't have it, Denise and I are your people. And it's that simple. And we'll help you no matter what. Tamara asked a terrible question. So the question that Tamara asked was this: I have people. Is it better for them to be signed as a distributor if they don't want to do the business, so I can put them people under them? I don't know the answer to that question. That's the craziest question I've heard in 30 years of doing this business. Here's what you do, Tamara. And my hair, if I have any hair, I'm going to mess it up. Never put anybody under anybody that's not going to do a better job with them than you would. Never, ever do that. So if those people don't want to build a business, by God, don't you dare put somebody underneath them to turn them into a leaky tire too. Don't do that. And anybody that told you to do that, come over here so I can punch them in the nose. Because all of a sudden, those people get that shitty upline that all of you guys were complaining about earlier. Because you did that to them. You decided to place them underneath somebody because if they just start making a little money, they're going to go to work. No, they're not. You just turn them into more of a taker. Don't do that. Reward good behavior. You're working your fingers to the bone right now, Tamara. If you found out your upline was putting people under somebody not working, and you're working so hard, you'd be so doggone mad you want to rip their lips off, right? Did I prove that point and I said a bad word? I apologize so much. Denise, bring a bar of soap. So anyway, no. So, and everybody, all of you whose eyes were this big when I said that was a terrible question, I was already looking at Tamara and I knew I could get away with it. So there's no such thing. I have to use the cliche now. There's no such thing as a bad question. No, that was a terrible question. Okay, let's see what else is here. Come to see, your sister. You love your sister so much. Yeah, relatives don't hear me. No question. Yeah, Hanny, you brought those people. That was, yeah, that is so funny. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I know you're dying. What time is it? 5:09. We have plenty of time to play LCS. So we'll get there in a minute. And for anybody that doesn't know, LCS is kind of like the highlight of this call every week because that's called Let's Call Somebody. And what most of you guys do is you just wait for the perfect time to call somebody. And I don't do that. I just look in my phone and I look for who called me today that I can call and terrorize. And that's what we do because there's no time like the present. And if I can't see anybody on the recent call screen, I just go right in my phone and hit a number and call them up even if I don't know who they are. And we'll do that today. That's what we'll do. Because I've got 18,000 people in my phone, and this has been actually kind of funny. And I'll call them, and I'll say, why are you in my phone? And they're going to go, what do you mean, why am I in your phone? I'm going to go, why are you in my phone? They're going to go, I don't even know why I'm in your phone. I'm going, I'm not either. And I will interview them from there just to show you that there is no time like the present. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this business is about this thing. And everybody tells you, oh, no, you got to Facebook message them until their ears fall off and their eyes fall out. No, you don't, Daniel. Stop it. Pick up the phone and call them on the phone. They get that great, Marianne, put the recording of Daniel Rhymes doing the coffee shop interview. Put that link up. You guys have got to hear this. I don't know if you have or haven't in the past. It is so over the top good. And what he did was he just took the coffee shop interview and, in fact, unmute Daniel. I think Denise is on another line. I can hear her talking in the background. Hi, Daniel.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, Tom? Good to see you.
Good. Talk to me about longevity. How do you like longevity these days?
I still like it. It's going good. I'm starting to make a lot of contacts and meet a lot of people. So yeah, it's going good.
And why did you record that coffee shop interview recording?
Well, I've been playing around with audios and recording stuff that I wanted to learn, and I recorded it where I could better learn it and listen to it myself. And I sent it to you to show it to you, and you sent it to the world. So now you're sharing it some more, which is fine. I just I like it.
Okay, so here's the thing about Daniel. you can tell he's a little bit shy. He's a school teacher. He lived down in Texas forever. He contacted me out of the sky blue, kind of on a venture capital conversation. The first time he wanted to meet, he knew I knew some people. He was on LinkedIn or somewhere and realized I knew some people he was trying to get to. So he figured out that if he developed a relationship with me, he could get to those people, which was true. So I did get him to those people, but those people wanted no part of Daniel, but I fell in love with him. Is that true or not true?
True.
Yeah. And so then he's such an adorable guy. He sends me the coffee shop interview. He goes, I recorded the coffee shop interview, Tom, and I think I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think. I recorded it about 4 or 5 times, so because that's the way I learn, is if I say something over and over and over again, by the time I get done recording it, I got it in my brain, and then I can tell it to other people. So I want you to listen to this thing because I think you might like it, so why don't you listen? So I listened to it, and it's so much better than I ever did it. Better. And at the end, he goes, this is presented to you by Daniel Rhymes. It's the coffee shop interview by Tom Chenault and Adrian Chenault of www.contactmapping.com. Hope you enjoy it. And it just put a bow around the coffee shop interview. He duplicated me far better than I could duplicate myself, which is all this is all about. So my advice to you would be to listen to what he did. My other advice to you would be to do that yourself on whatever it is you're trying to learn, whether it's the comp plan, whether it's the coding bonus, whether it's the products, whatever it is that you want to learn, I would strongly suggest that as a tool because it ripped the cover off the ball. There's the link right there. So what you want to do is copy this thing because when this thing's over, those notes disappear. So make sure you copy that. And Marianne, would you put that on Masters of Enrollment or someplace so these people have it because nobody's ever going to figure out how to do this if we don't do that. Hang on, I'm going to grab it right now because I don't even know how to do it. But I want you guys to have this. I want this to work for you. It makes me cry how badly I want this to work for you. My commitment to you is that it work for you. But we've got to get better. Number one, you have to go to the convention, all of you. If you haven't registered for the convention yet, you got to register for it and you got to get there. And you're going, I don't have the money. I'm going, good. That's a perfect time for you to really, really, really appreciate it. When you don't have the money to go and 19 of you are in a 1-bedroom apartment at the convention and you're all sharing sandwiches, that's the best time. Because I'm telling you what, it's got value at that point. You did everything you had to get to that convention. And you can't afford to miss 1 minute of it because you use money for something that you needed money for to get there. But when you leave that convention, having done that, having learned what you learned at the convention, and your income goes up proportionally from there, you're going to thank me for making that sacrifice. I want you at the convention. It's that simple, wherever you are. Where else do I want to tell you guys? I want to tell you, oh no, the link was wrong. So there's a new one there. So good job. Brenda, what are you doing going to another website, not listening to me? That's unbelievable. I'm kidding. Okay. So let me think else what I also want to say to you. The convention, this month, I am going to go to Wichita, Kansas for Lanny Sharp. Would love to see you guys there. They've got a promotion at the company whereby Dr. Wallach is doing a movie, and the movie is unbelievable. So Wednesday night, they're having a premiere of the movie, and the only way you can get that ticket is if you enroll somebody for the convention. So you've got somebody on your team. You say, Daniel, you need to go to the convention. Why don't you give me your credit card and I'll go register you, and that will get you the free ticket. So that's how you're going to do that. So I don't know what the website is on that. We should probably put that up. There you go. That Daniel just put the correct link up, so use that one. But I promise you, you want to see that Dr. Wallach movie. I promised the company I would help promote that, and the convention is going to be worth your time. And let's see what else. Who else has anything for me? Was this a pretty wasted time? It's an audio tape. It's sound, Linda. It's not a video. Is it a video? Are you doing it, Daniel, or is it just audio? It's kind of like the. Is it audio or video?
It's got pictures with it. It's easier through YouTube.
Okay, good. Yeah, so use that one. I haven't even seen the pictures. That's very cute. Any pictures of me?
No, I'll add some now.
Never mind, I'm not watching. All right, that's beautiful. All right, let me look at my phone and we'll see who we can call. All right. Okay. Good golly, man. Come on. I'd like to call this new woman that just called today. She was in longevity.
Tom, you froze up and we can't hear you. Tom, can you hear us? Yeah, Tom, you're frozen. We can't hear you. Did we lose him? I think we lost him. All right, hang on.
That was pretty weird. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Yeah, so she's back. So when you leave them until finally they come back and they'll find you. That's the key. Am I still live, Marianne? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you were kind of cutting in and out, but you're back. Okay.
Okay, good. Did Natasha come and ever pick up those vitamins and minerals? Marianne?
No, she did not.
Boy, Marianne, your voice is so much deeper. Okay. I don't see anybody on this page I can call. Okay, we're going back to my phone. All right, so now we're just going to go in to my database. Somebody speak out a letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Pick out a letter.
Oh.
Just whatever letter you think of.
Oh.
H. Okay, well, let's go to H. So you know there's no tricks. I do not like trick photography. You know that. H. It wasn't in my phone. I needed to go to contacts. Okay, so now I'm looking for somebody I don't know. Okay, so this guy is a buddy of mine. We'll call him. His name's Ron. He lives on this huge farm. His wife just left him. He was complaining about that yesterday.
Tom, what's going on?
Not much, Ron. What about you?
I just walked in the house, working.
You know,
We got a sprinkler that's running all the time, and drip line, and got this and that, and the weeds are growing.
That is such meaningless menial labor that you are hiring yourself out for $15 an hour. You know that, right?
Yep.
You got $5 million in the bank and you're renting yourself out for less than your interest off that is. I'm telling you, I could not stop thinking about you yesterday after we talked. And I want you to come and hang around with me for a couple of hours and just be a part of my life where you start, I swear to God, you're such a lovable guy. You're hanging around with such miserable people. And if you just saw what I see in you, where you could be happy and you could also make some other people happy by contributing versus pulling weeds, everything would change. Would you do that just one of these mornings where you got a couple hours?
Yep, I will.
I mean,
my wife's leaving tomorrow for a couple weeks, so
yeah.
Of course, she's not here anyway, so.
Yeah. So heck with her. You and I'll hang out. We'll go to Two Dog Diner for breakfast. We'll go over to Red Frog Coffee for coffee. And it won't be anything structured. You're just going to see a day in my life. Because if there's a guy that deserves to have a smile on his face 24/7, it's you. And maybe I lumpy airplane you sold me, but I want you to be I do. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be happy, and I want you to be a closer friend to me. So we're going to do that. Is that a deal?
Yep, that's the deal.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that, Ron. I love you.
All right, well, tell me what day, and then so I can dress appropriately.
All right, I got to go to. I'll figure it out. It's probably going to be. How about next Tuesday?
Okay, that probably works.
Okay, so I'm going to. I'll figure. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll confirm it. I'll make sure that's open on my schedule, and we are dancing next Tuesday, and we're going to have some fun.
That's a week from today, right?
That is correct.
You might have to remind me on Monday.
I will. I'm going to put that. I've got a. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to send you a link on this new app I've got called Contact Mapping that lets you track all this stuff where it's going to really, that'll change your life too. I'll send that over to you right now. But I love you, Ron, and I'll talk to you Tuesday.
All right. Sounds great, Tom. Thanks for calling.
All right, man. Bye-bye. Okay. That's it. So every one of you have that kind of life. Every one of you have that life. There was no big shotism going on whatsoever. You all have your own Red Frog Coffee. You all have your own Two Dog Diner. You all have your life that you could plug somebody into to just walk with you all day long and do coffee shop interviews on people and have fun. And I promise you, I'm going to have some fun for this guy because he's out there. He's got this home that's probably worth $4 million that he and his wife had for years. And she split. And now he's all upset about it, but he just goes home and sits there and pulls weeds all day long and just stays pissed off at her for leaving him. And I said, hire some people and go have some fun. You know, maybe she left you because you're so darn boring. I don't know yet because I haven't hung around with him yet. But I'm committed that, you know, he came and vitamins one time and took them and liked them, but I got to get him back on a good nutritional run too. But more importantly, I've got to turn the fun dial back up on this guy. And what's missing in this guy's life, I touched on, was fun. So does that make sense? I used the coffee shop interview right there and followed up on touch points on him. He does not have any idea that's what happened to him. Does that make Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Yes? Yeah, good. Yeah, we can do this. Every one of us can. You have to get committed to two interviews a day. And if you're pushing back on this right now, if you're pushing back on it, it isn't because you've got to look at what's pushing you back on what that little guy on your shoulder just told you that you can't do. Because every one of you have a coffee shop in your town. Every one of you have a grocery store. Every one of you have people you're walking into. You just have to have the guts to pick up the phone and call them. Now, one thing that you are asking yourself, now that I think about it, is how did that guy end up in my database when I put in the letter H? And I don't know the answer to that because his name starts with an R and his last name starts with a W and there's no H to be seen. But I swear that came up on, I'm still looking at the page. So there you can see the H at the very top. And then you go down and you can see in the middle of the thing, it says Ron Wright. So I didn't make that up. That wasn't something I planted. For some reason, that just came up that way. And I don't have any idea. So, and the problem with this thing is all the names I'm seeing are people I know, and I don't want to talk to people I know because that would be cheating. So this isn't working the way I want. H. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through my phone here. Now I'm at the H's again. So there's two people I can call here. I just looked in here, and there's one guy named Marianne. I'll tell you, this guy named Howard Morgan. He got screwed by a woman named, I can't even think of it.
I don't think you should say that together like that anyway.
Huh?
You should change that verbiage.
Okay, he got financially messed up, but I'm going to call him because he tried to pitch me on he owns a bunch of airplanes, so I think he's a rich guy. I think he's an ex-pilot. And I'm going to call him right now because he tried to get me into a goofy network marketing company that wasn't crypto. It was just before crypto, but it was a financial services thing. And I told him it was going to go badly. He didn't believe me. He kind of I told him he was full of bulla, so he wasn't happy with me. But I'm willing to call him right now and see if I can bring him back to life and get him to come by the office and chat with me. Would that be fair? Yeah? Dude, is this helping you? Yes. Okay, good. Here we go. And notice, here we go again. I'm going to say I was thinking about you. Because all we want people to do is think about us. You guys don't know, but I get to MC the air show on June 23rd here in Longmont. Vance Brand, the astronaut's going to be here.
Hello, it's Howard Morgan here. Leave your number, I'll call you back. If you're a solicitor, take me off your list. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, it is Tom Chenault, and I am indeed a solicitor, and I hope you're doing well. I wanted to talk to you about the air show on the 23rd. I wanted to talk to you about airplanes, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about coming by and having a cup of coffee with me and just chatting about business and the whole shot. So give me a call, 720-840-7222, Tom Chenault. I know it's going to jog. You're going to go, oh, I know who he is in a few minutes. And you're going to say, oh, yes, he is a solicitor. And then you're going to say, yeah, but I'm going to call him anyway. So that's what's going to happen. Know it. 720-840-7222. I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye-bye. No fear. No fear. Let me see. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. He's trying to eat me right now through the phone. He just reached through the phone and he was going to eat me. No, you can do anything. This is where you get to be bulletproof. They can't eat you. He may look at that phone and go, I hate that guy. So what? He won't call back. And I'll call him back in a few more months again when I'm showing up, and I'll tell him I love him one more time. Right now, it goes into the database because the contact mapping is going to say, you called Harold Morgan today, and you didn't put anything in the notes. Do you really want to go to bed without putting anything in the notes? And I'm going to say, no, I called him. I better say that I called him. And then it's going to say, then I'm going to hit save. And you know what it's going to say? When do you want to follow up? And I'll put like in 2 months. And I'll call him back again and hit him with the same thing. He's the one that called me. He started this, not me. I'm innocent. Okay? Okay, let's go see who's next. Okay, Harold Thibodeau. I have no idea who this guy is. He lives in Georgia. I have his address. which is really crazy. He's got an AOL phone number, so he must be older than Nick Mangiaris. So we're going to call him. Here we go. Who's got AOL? Unbelievable. Another Harold. Barbara, call Adrian
The
on
person you
that.
have dialed can't take your call now. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press the pound key for further options.
Hey, Harold, it's Tom Chenault. I'll text you right now. I have no idea why I'm calling you. You're in my phone. And I was calling another Harold and I accidentally called you, but that's an omen. So you and I probably need to chat. So that's why your phone rang. So give me a jingle, 720-840-7222, and we'll figure out some common ground. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. That's all it is. That's all it is. All day long. All it is. I have to make these dials every day. I have to interview 2 and I have to 3-way 1. I have to. Because if I don't do it, you're not going to do it. You have to pick up the phone. You have to do this if you want my life. If you don't want my life, if you want your life, if you want to, and that's not saying you have a bad life, but if you want to be successful in multi-level marketing, I promise you the person who talks to the most people wins. If you've got problems with your upline, if you've got problems with the product, if you've got problems with the comp plan, if you've got problems with Steve Wallach, Dave Risky, Michelle Wallach, Marianne Niehaus, James Earl Moore, or Denice Chenault, if you've got any of those problems, I guarantee you I have the cure for it. And Kevin Rice right now is showing you the cure for it right now. The cure for all those problems is talk to more people. Is that a horrible news? That's the worst thing you've ever heard, but it's the truth. 100% of your problems are solved talking to more people. That's that simple. All you got to do that. And the more you learn the skills, the more you read Richard Brooks' book, the more you read GoPro, the more you read all that stuff, the better you get at this, and the rejection goes down as you improve the skills. If I go with that Mike Crow and we go out to the driving balls, go right, mine and never get on. His are going to go right down the middle every time because that's what he does. But guess what? Try to play. I hope that guy tries to play golf with me on the network marketing golf course, because I'll tell you, when I hit the golf ball, it's going down the middle. And if it doesn't go down the middle that time, I just tweak it. I got to improve my swing all the time. That's that simple. Is that cool enough? Unbelievable. So 5:30, this is a 1-hour call. I took 5 minutes extra of your time. Glenn Schultz in the game. Glenn Schultz is the guy. He's on here right now. He's the guy that has the farm at 287 in Oxford Road in Longmont, where he decided to put half his crop Dr. Wallach's soil and half his crop not. So his apple trees on the side that are Dr. Wallach minerals are the trunk of the trees are like this big. The other side they're like this big, but that's not the story. And if you go to Longmont Matters on Facebook, you'll see the story, because there's a video in there of a problem that the Colorado Division of Wildlife is freaking out about. And what that problem is, elk are supposed to live in the mountains. And the mountains are 20 miles away from Glenn Schultz's farm. There is an elk that is supposed to live in the mountains that accidentally stopped by and figured out that Glenn had that soil with the minerals in it, and that elk will not go home. No matter how badly, no matter what the Colorado Division of Wildlife does to entice that elk to get the heck out of there and go back home, he won't go, because the grass is greener on the other side. So he literally jumps a tall fence to go get those minerals from that soil that Glenn has on his farm. And you have to come to Longmont and see that. It is a tourist destination. You get eggs that are $10 a dozen that are the most delicious organic eggs you've ever had. You get raspberries, you get strawberries. He's got bananas. He's got it all. It's unbelievable. Okay, maybe not any bananas, but everything else was true. So it's awesome. It's at I-20. It's at 287 in Oxford Road in Longmont. It's crazy. Yeah. And anybody, whether it's the Suggs boys or it's Jennifer, anybody that's been here can't believe their eyes. And now you drive by there, it's literally causing accidents because people are looking for the elk. So anybody else got anything else? Yeah, Longmont Matters on Facebook. Longmont Matters on Facebook. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah. Anybody else got anything for me? All right. Well, Jennifer, you want to say something? Is that why your hand's up or you're waving? What do you unmute Jennifer Salzman, please? Hi.
Okay. Hi. Quick question. In the contact mapping app, if you have notes in your Google contacts in that app and you want to get them into contact mapping, is that something that can be done?
They're already moved, I think. But
I don't think so. I've been playing around with it, so I'll check back with Adrian, but I'm
not positive.
Make that work. So if you don't know, we'll chat with Adrian.
All right. Yeah. I'll ask. He was going to be on here tonight, but he's down in Texas and buttering up his family because he's got to go to Dallas for the NMP. So he asked me if he didn't have to be on here. So I said no problem. And here you are asking a question I don't know the answer to.
No problem.
All right. Anybody else? Contactmapping.com is that website. Go get that app, you guys. All right. Anybody else got anything for me? Denise, you got anything else you want to say to these guys? All right. Mike Crow, I'm putting my phone number in here so you can call me, actually. I want to talk to you. All right. Everybody, have fun. I love you. Shannon, you got 2 guests coming. Good job. All right. Let me know. We need feedback. We need you to bring more people. If you all bring 1 person next week, we double the number. If you all bring 2 people, we triple it, quadruple it. Let's do it. We'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you too, Tom.
Thank you.
All right, you guys.
Thank you, Tom. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon. Thanks for all your nice compliments.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethan. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Bobby night.
Cindy. Woo.